Hi everybody, this is Michelle Goldstein with Heart Alchemy Yoga, and today we're going to practice a classic yoga flow sequence. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and come to sit on your mat and close your eyes and begin to notice that you're breathing. Reach your arms up on an inhale. And exhale, bring the right hand down to the ground, reach the left arm up and overhead. So notice when we notice what we're doing, then we can deepen the experience. Smooth and even breath, sit that left sitting bone down, reach through the left arm.
Here. And it starts
And
going,
come on up.
But it starts going from
and switch sides. Left hand to the ground next to you. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Good. Deep breath. Sit that right sitting bone down and reach through the right arm. Good. Deepest breath. And one more inhale. And exhale. Come on up. Both arms reach up on the inhale, and exhale. The palms connect in front of your heart. Good. Let's go ahead and come onto your hands and knees and tuck your toes under and lift your hips up. Press to downward facing dog pose. And in this first down dog, just feel your body in space. Feel the parts of you that touch the ground. Root those parts of you down and slope the hips up to the sky. Deep breath all the way from the hips to the fingertips and from the hips to the heels. So feel the lines of energy as they begin to open and flow. Good. Inhale, shift forwards to plank position, top of a push-up. Cross your right ankle over your left ankle and hug the inner thighs together. Good. Slide the shoulders down the back, firm the belly in a lot. And just one more breath here. You're going to shift all the way back to downward dog pose. Lift the right leg up. And as you exhale, shift forwards to plank. Hug the right knee into your chest and set the right foot down at the front of your mat. Good. So you're in a runner's lunge position for a moment and then step the left foot up to meet the right. Good. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale with a flat back, belly in, rise up to stand, reach the arms high. Exhale, fold forwards into the legs. And on an inhale, elongate. Exhale, step back to plank. And downward facing dog pose. Good. And then again, we're going to drift forwards to plank position. Shift your weight forwards, shoulders over the wrists. Cross the left ankle over the right ankle. Engage the inner leg muscles. Good. Deepest breath in and out through your nose. And one more breath in and out. And then back to downward facing dog pose. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, shift forwards to plank again. Hug the left knee into your chest. Set the left foot down at the front of your mat. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Lengthen on your inhale, fold on your exhale. Rise up to stand. Inhale. And exhale, fold forwards into the legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down to chaturanga. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog pose. First vinyasa of the practice. Good. Deep breath through the nose. Push up out of your shoulders. And then when you're ready, bring your feet forwards to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, reach up. And exhale, fold in half, come all the way down. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, step back to plank. You can also jump back to chaturanga, lower yourself down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog pose. Deep breath through the nose. This is a yoga practice, and a yoga practice is a breathing practice. So it has little to do with the down dog and everything to do with the experience within the down dog. Downward dog doesn't even exist without your living, breathing presence. Go ahead and walk or hop your feet up to your hands and fold forwards. Inhale, rise up to stand, reach the arms, and exhale, fold forwards, come all the way down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog pose. Good. Press your thighs back into their sockets to stretch your hamstrings. When you're ready, step the right foot up to your hands, lower the left knee to your mat, and come in for Anjaneyasana, low lunge position. Lift the front of the pelvis upright, slide the shoulders down the back, lift the heart up, and just one more breath here. And as you exhale, lower the hands down to your mat, tuck the back toes, lift the left knee up, and step back to down dog. Lift your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to the chest. Inhale back, lift the right leg. And exhale again, right knee to the chest. One more time, lift your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, hug the right knee into your chest. Set the right foot back down at the front of your mat again. Come up to crescent pose, high lunge now on the back toes. So very similar to the low lunge alignment-wise. We want the pelvis level so that both hip points face forwards towards the front of your mat. The inner thighs hugged together, shoulders always down the back. I can't even think of one exception for that. So feel the shoulders slide down the back. Feel the abdominal muscles gently firm to support the length of your spine. And then lower your hands to your mat. Step to plank and take a vinyasa from here. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog pose. And go ahead, and when you're ready, you're going to step the left foot up to the front of your mat and set your right knee down and take your arms up for a low lunge. Sink the hips forwards a little bit. Soften the shoulders. Breathe all the way into the lower ribs. Even the back body receives breath. And then release the hands down. Step back to down dog, lift your left leg, and exhale, the left knee hugs into your chest. Good. Inhale, back to dog, lift the left leg up. Exhale, left knee to your chest. One more time. Lift your left leg, inhale. Exhale, hug the left knee into your chest. Set the left foot back down at the front of your mat. Go ahead and rise up into crescent pose, a high lunge position. Get the hips in neutral. So the right hip comes forwards, left hip draws back a little bit. Tailbone lengthens down. Sit down into the pose. And also lift up out of it. So find how these two dynamics work. Good. And then release the hands when you're ready. Step it back to plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog pose. Good. Deep breath. Spread the fingers and root the inner hands down. The thumb and pointer finger press. Good. When you're ready, bring your feet forwards to your hands. Lengthen on your inhale. Fold on your exhale. Bend your knees. Come to chair pose on an inhale. And fold forwards as you exhale. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Exhale, step back and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog pose. Step your right foot up to your hands. Come up to warrior one pose for a breath. And exhale, release the hands. Step back to plank and lower slowly down. Good. Inhale, upward dog. Shoulder heads draw back. Exhale, downward dog pose. Left foot steps through. Warrior one pose. Sit down into the pose. Exhale, release the hands down, step back, and lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog pose. So the nature of everything is duality. So we're finding both the grounding down and the lifting up within each and every moment of our lives. See if you can explore that within the context of your yoga practice. In my experience, it's actually a pretty easy place to find it. When you're ready, bring your feet forwards. Good. Lengthen on your inhale and fold on the exhale. Bend the knees, chair pose. So you sit down into the pose, but also lift up out of it. Exhale, fold forwards, let the head go. Lengthen on your inhale and exhale, step or jump to chaturanga. Up dog, inhale, press down to lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot through, come up to warrior one pose. Big breath in. Exhale, release the hands. Step back to plank and lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step the left foot through, come up warrior one pose. Inhale and exhale, release the hands. Step to plank and lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. So typically the parts on the ground root down and you find that lift up out of it, just like everything else in nature. Look at the way that plants and trees grow. The trees that are the tallest have the deepest roots. Deep breath in, lift the heels up. Exhale, bring the feet to your hands. Lengthen on your inhale, fold on the exhale. Bend the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, fold forwards, the legs straighten. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, chaturanga, make your way back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog pose. Step the right foot through. Come up, warrior one pose. Big breath in, sink down into it. Exhale, release the hands. Step back and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog. Step the left foot through. Warrior One pose, big breath in. And exhale, release the hands. Step back, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog pose. Good, deep breath. Get some space around your neck. Externally rotate your shoulders. And then firm the triceps in, the upper arms engage. That's it. Again, bring your feet forwards to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Fold forwards, exhale. Lengthen out, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa, make your way back and through your flow. When you get to downward dog pose, step the right foot through. Warrior One pose, inhale, come up. Exhale, release the hands, step back and lower down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Step the left foot through, Warrior One pose. Inhale. And exhale, release the hands, step back and lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, downward dog pose. Good. Feel the hips slope way up to the sky to stretch your back and to stretch your hamstrings. One more time, go ahead and bring the feet forwards to the front of your mat. Lengthen on your inhale and fold on the exhale. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Fold forwards, exhale. Good, lengthen out, inhale. Exhale, step back, lower down. Good, inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, downward dog. Step the right foot through, spin the back heel flat, come up, Warrior One pose, inhale. And exhale, release, step back and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back, step the left foot through, come up, Warrior One pose, inhale. And exhale, release. Plank and chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, back to downward facing dog pose. Lift your right leg, inhale. Exhale, step through, come up, Warrior One pose. Open up, Warrior Two. Reverse warrior, inhale, sit down into the right hip. Exhale, the hands to your mat, step to down dog, lift the right leg, inhale. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot up to the front of your mat. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Take a few breaths in this twist. Shoulders slide down the back. And lower the right hand down. Step the left foot up to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise up to stand. Reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, step through. Just a little cardio here. Inhale, Warrior One. Exhale, Warrior Two to keep the blood moving. Reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Step to down dog. Lift the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Good. Inhale, lift your left leg. And left knee to the left elbow for a breath. Good. Lift the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot through, reach the left arm up, shoulders down the back, right heel extends back, breath deep, heart opens, inhale, and exhale, lower the left hand down, step the right foot up to the front of your mat, lengthen, inhale, and fold, exhale. Inhale, rise up to stand, reach up, and exhale, fold forward. So hopefully this is helping you warm up a little bit. That's the intention. Lengthen, inhale, exhale, step back and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog pose. Good. Just take a moment, catch your breath, feel your heartbeat in your chest before we move on. Good. Step your right foot up to your hands, come to warrior one pose. And that's it. And open up to warrior two pose on the exhale. Good. Soften your shoulders, soften the elbows even a little bit. Keep the right knee opening to the right and isometrically hug the inner thighs in towards each other. Good. Feel your breath move through you. And take your left arm, see if you can wrap it behind your back. Catch your right thigh with your left hand if you can, or grab a piece of clothing here. And then straighten the right leg and move into half-bound triangle pose. So the left arm behind the back helps to stretch the rhomboid muscles behind the left shoulder blade. If you need to come up a little higher than usual in this triangle, please do that. Use a block under your right hand or grab your right ankle. Good. Release the left arm and reach the left arm over the left ear for a few breaths in this side stretch. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen through the right side of your torso. Feel both feet press down to ground you. And where can you lift up from that grounded down place? Good. Float the left arm up to the sky. You're in classic triangle pose for a few moments. And then rebend the right knee, come back to warrior two pose. Reverse your warrior, big breath in. And exhale, release the hands to your mat. Go ahead and step back to plank position. You're going to bring the feet together, roll to the outer edge of the right foot today and reach the left arm up for side plank. Lift the hips up, hug the inner thighs together. Shoulders away from the ears. I say that cue a lot because we tend to do the opposite. We tend to grip the shoulders up around the ears. So get some space around your neck and then lower the left hand down and either back to downward dog or through the vinyasa. In fact, I think that getting space around the neck and deepening the breath are two of the most important cues that you can receive, right? Step the left foot through, come up warrior one. And open up to warrior two in any given moment. So these are things that you can check in with even when you're not on your mat. Sit the hips down a little bit, root down to rise up. Ultimately, hopefully, we integrate these principles into our daily lives. That's the practice in action. Okay, so from here, you're going to take that right arm, wrap it behind your back, catch your left thigh or a piece of clothing or something, and then straighten the left leg, lengthen through the left side body, and bring the left fingertips down to either the ground or a block, or maybe your left ankle. Good. Roll that right shoulder head back. And even feel the shoulder blades come together onto the back. Deepest breath as you release the right arm and reach that right arm over the right ear. Continue to gather the length of your spine. Consider that. That's another thing to remember throughout the day. Do I have space around my neck? Is my spine long? Is my breath deep? So many things to remember, right? Press the feet down and then gently reach the right arm up to the sky. This is a practice of remembrance. It really is. We're just remembering to be present. Bend the left knee. Come up, reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale, release the hands to your mat, step to plank. Roll to the outer left foot, reach the right arm up, left hand down to the ground. So it's just remembering time and time again to bring it back to the moment, to bring it back to the breath, to inhabit the body with integrity and peace. Go ahead and release the right hand down and either back to dog or vinyasa if you want it. You move through your flow, come back to downward dog pose. Push the floor away from you. And when you're ready, bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen on your inhale. Fold on your exhale. Good, you guys. Come all the way up to stand big as breath in. And exhale, the palms connect at the heart. Take the arms out and up. Fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, step back and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog pose. Good. Step the right foot up to your hands. Come up to warrior one pose. Inhale. Go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your back and fold forwards into humble warrior pose. Now hug that right hip into center. It has a tendency to jut out to the side straight away in this pose, so draw it in. Shoulder blades come together. Where can you root down? Where can you rise up? And go ahead and come up to warrior one. And open it up to warrior two pose. Reach both arms up to the sky. Straighten your right leg for a moment. Inhale. And then exhale, come back to warrior two. Again, inhale, straighten the legs. Reach both arms up to the sky. And exhale, rebend the right knee. Come back to warrior two pose. One more time. Inhale, the legs straight, the arms reach up. Exhale, rebend the right knee, come back to warrior two. Reverse warrior, now keep that right knee bent. Exhale, side angle pose. Right fingertips either to the floor or a block if you work with a block. Left arm reaches around the back from behind. So you can stay in side angle with a half bind, or you can wrap the pose completely if that feels good to you. Make sure that you keep a lot of pelvic tilt, cat tilt with the pelvis, so that the front of the pelvis lengthens upwards, tailbone lengthens downwards. Good. Find that rotation in the upper back. And then go ahead and release the wrap. Stay in side angle for a few breaths and get that side stretch. Left arm reach over the left ear. Outer left foot press down to the ground. Breath is deep and moving through you. Jaw is soft. Then come up to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, release. Step back to down dog. Lift the right leg. Open the right hip. And maybe if it feels good, you let the weight of that right leg carry you into a tripod back bend. Feel the heart open. Push up out of the left shoulder. You can skip this, of course, if it's too much or if you're not in the mood or for whatever reason. You don't even need a reason. And then come back to side plank. Use your abdominal muscles. Back to plank pose on an inhale, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog pose. Good. We'll go ahead and step the left foot through. Come up to warrior one pose. And interlace your fingers with the opposite grip behind your back. Fold forward. So just for the record, you never need an excuse or a reason or an apology for why it is that you are or are not doing something in your yoga practice, please take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. There's no words necessary. There's no labels necessary. In fact, those are the opposite of yoga. One more breath here, and then root down to rise up to warrior one. Open it up to warrior two pose. Inhale, straighten your left leg, reach both arms up to the sky, and exhale, rebend the left knee, come back to warrior two. Inhale, the legs straight, the arms reach up. Exhale, come back to warrior two pose. And one more time. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach both arms up. Exhale, come back to warrior two pose. Reverse warrior, inhale, and exhale to side angle pose, left fingertips to the floor or a block. Right arm wraps behind the back. Some of you may be coming for the full wrap. Listen to your body. It will tell you what's appropriate and what's not. It's a matter of getting the ego mind out of the way. Silence the ego. Listen to the body. Listen to your body's innate wisdom. Okay, release the left hand down and sweep that right arm over the right ear for a few breaths. Outer edge of the right foot press. Right fingertips reach to get the side stretch on the right side of your torso. And go ahead and come up to warrior two pose. Inhale. Exhale the hands to your mat. Step back to down dog. Lift your left leg. Open the left hip. Bend your left knee. And maybe you open up into the tripod back bend. Good. Push up out of the right shoulder. Let the head drop. And come back to side plank. Release to plank. And take a vinyasa from here. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward dog pose. Just know also that child's pose is completely available to you at any time. You're always welcome to put your knees down. You're always welcome to rest. Give yourself permission to take care. Right foot forwards into crescent pose. Wrap your left arm underneath your right arm in crescent. And step the left leg up and over for eagle pose, Garuda Asana. If you can, you could maybe hook that left foot around the right ankle. If not, that's fine. It's always fine. And I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. It's always perfect just the way that it is. So in eagle, gently hug the forearms and the inner thighs together. And then release and open into half moon pose, one of my favorite transitions. Right fingertips grab the ground. The left arm grabs the sky. And you flex that left foot. Lengthen through the left leg. Spiral the heart open. Breathe deeply. And just another breath here. Just so softly step, lower the left hand down and set the left foot square off your hips. Lengthen the left leg back, come to standing splits. Fold forwards. Standing splits. See if you can get that outer left thigh to spiral down just a little bit to level the hips. You can use blocks here as well. Just know that that could be useful. One more breath. Lengthen through the left leg. And then you're going to lower the left leg so that the left foot is level with the left hip. Left fingertips to the floor or to a block. Right arm reaches up to the sky. So we've just come from half moon to twisting half moon. Flex that left foot strongly to lengthen through the left leg. Feel how that helps activate the left leg. Good. Lower the right hand down and step the left leg straight back behind you. You want to take about one leg's distance between your 2 feet here. So first, just a quick Parsvottanasana, both legs straight, and then we'll transition into twisting triangle pose. So you'll take that left hand either to a block or to the floor on the inside or outside of the right foot. Slide the shoulders down the back and open the chest up. Hug the inner thighs together. Scissor the inner thighs together. Good. And then lower the right hand down. Step back to downward facing dog pose. Feel your breath move through you as you get yourself centered, get yourself grounded. And then step the left foot through to the front of your mat. Come up to crescent pose on the back toes. Wrap the right arm under the left. Step that right leg up and over the left leg. Hug the inner thighs together. Hug the forearms together. Sit your sitting bones down. Good. One last little something. Give it a little squeeze. And then unwrap the arms and legs. Bring that left hand down to the ground or to a block. Right arm reaches up. Flex the right foot. Slide the shoulders down the back. Lengthen through both sides of your torso. Do a scan of your body. Where can you get some length? Good. Now you're going to bend the left knee and bend the right knee too, so you level the hips, square them off. And straighten the right leg straight back behind you and fold forwards into standing splits pose. Spread the toes, plant the left foot down. Breathe into what you've got. Feel that left foot press to stabilize the pose. Good. And then we're just going to level the right leg with the right hip and open into twisting half moon. So make sure that you get lots of length through your torso here. The left arm reaches up. Just be mindful you're not scrunching through the middle. Lengthen through the middle. Good. Feel the heart open. And then set that left hand down. Step the right leg straight back behind you. About one leg's distance between your feet. So not too short, not too long. Both legs straight. Set up for twisting triangle pose. Right hand down, left arm up. Use the block if it helps you. You could also grab your left ankle if that seems like a good idea. Otherwise, you can take that right hand to the floor. Feel that rotation, especially in the upper back. And then lower the left hand down and step back to downward facing dog pose. Nice work, everybody. Go ahead and lower your knees to the mat and walk your hands way forwards in front of you. Your butt lifts up towards the sky, and then bring the palms together and bend the elbows so you bring that prayer to the nape of your neck. Just take a couple of breaths into your heart and exhale through your fingertips. Just huge correlation between what we love and what we create in this world. Okay, and then when you're ready, come on up onto your knees. Stand up on your knees, and we'll come in for camel pose. Lengthen your tailbone down. Lift your heart up. Maybe you take the hands down the backs of the legs. Maybe you take your hands to your heels. Tuck Tuck your chin a little bit so the back of your neck stays spacious. feel the heart lift up. Feel the shoulder blades come together. Then come on up, stand back up on your knees, sit back on your heels, close your eyes. Notice how you feel. Just take a moment to be present. And then from here we'll come up again. Lengthen the tailbone down, always take that extra step. Lift the heart up. Come into any degree that feels right to you. As far back as you like or as little as you like. But get the extension of your spine. And then go ahead and come on up. You're going to come all the way to sit on your bottom. And bring the soles of your feet together. The knees drop open. Just gently lengthen forwards into Baddha Konasana. So this is a bit of a counter stretch. If you just bring some awareness to what's going on with your back and your spine. You can gently round in the upper back without hunching forwards too much. Good, and then go ahead and come on up. Straighten your right leg in front of you, bend your left knee out to the side, reach both arms up to the sky, and fold forwards into Janu Shirshasana. If you can't reach your right foot, and you have a towel or a strap or something, you can definitely take that around the right foot to use as leverage. Just breathe into your hamstrings. And where can you get a little root down here, perhaps in the hips and sacrum, perhaps in that right foot? And where can you get a little lift, a little length, perhaps through the heart, maybe just even as simple as the quads or the toes? Then go ahead and come on up. Come into Gomukhasana with the right leg straight. So you're going to take that left knee on top of the right knee. The knees stack and that left foot comes to the outer right hip. And then you fold forward. So Gomukhasana is a really intense piriformis stretch. With the straight leg, it adds some outer hip and hamstring action as well. Breathe deeply again. Use the strap or towel if that helps you. And then come on up, and now we switch sides. Left leg straight. Right knee bends out to the side. Arms float up, inhale, and fold forwards on the exhale. Deep breath. Where can you root down? Where can you lift up? Good. Press yourself up. And this time take the right knee, stack it on top of the left knee. So Gomukhasana with the straight leg. Fold forwards. The ones that are especially intense are the ones that you can really get into with the breath. And notice how your breathing calms the experience. Good. Go ahead and come on up. And bring your right leg forwards for pigeon pose. Left leg extends back. You can keep that right knee as bent as you like, or you can take that right shin more into, you can take the right knee more into a 90-degree angle so the right shin aligns with the front edge of your mat. That's as your hips begin to open. But you can keep the right knee bent a lot. The goal is not to get into some more advanced pose or position. The most advanced position is the one that completely respects your body. So own that. Know that with your whole heart. That's how we advance. You know you're advancing in your practice when you're loving yourself more, when you're caring deeply for who you are and where you are in any given moment. And that radiates. It's not just being nice to yourself, and because that kind of implies a superficiality. It's actually being so kind and loving to yourself that it radiates outwards, and inevitably you're kind and loving to everything and everyone everywhere. That's the practice, in my opinion, at its very best. Okay, go ahead and come on up and switch sides on pigeon. So you can, again, have the left knee as bent as you like or not. You could prop your hips up on blankets in this pose if that helps you. Feel your breath move. Feel it move through your body. Be thorough with your breathing. It's really a steam clean from the inside out. Again, find some space around your neck. Just check in with that. Very nice. Just another moment here. What can you relax more? What can you relax more? And then go ahead and come on up to sit and straighten both legs in front of you. Reach the arms up and fold forwards into Paschimottanasana. Good. Flex your feet and curl the outer edges of the feet back towards you. Good. And then go ahead and come on up and make your way onto your back and take your feet up and over your head for plow pose. So it's the exact inverse of Paschimottanasana. Same pose you were just in, just upside down. Keep a little space between your chin and your chest here, and be mindful that you're keeping your head level, that you're not turning your head around anywhere. You want to keep the neck straight here, and then when you're ready, support your back with your hands and lift your legs up for shoulder stand. So just bear in mind in these videos, and I mention this a lot, but if there's ever moments that you feel like you want to linger and stay longer in the postures, you can just hit pause on the video and stay. I know you probably know that, but just a friendly reminder. I'm very much into keeping the practice customized. Right, bend your knees by your ears for Karna Padasana for a few breaths. And then lower yourself onto your back again. And allow your body to rest in Shavasana, your final rest. And just feel how parts of you sink down as other parts of you float. And just start to let go. Let go of the tension in your body. Feel your body open and calm. Okay, so when you're ready, go ahead and stretch your arms and legs. Bring your knees to your chest and roll yourself up to sit. And close your eyes and just take your palms together in front of your heart in a moment of gratitude for your body and for your practice. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. This is Michelle Goldstein with Heart Alchemy Yoga. Please subscribe to our channel to stay in the loop. We have lots of great teachers and new classes coming out regularly. Also, if you have special requests, videos that you'd like to see, anything special that you'd like to practice to, feel free to comment and let us know. You can also find us on Facebook at Heart Alchemy Yoga and send us comments and messages there. We're always happy to take special requests. Thank you so much, you guys.